Shout out to everybody here on this beautiful Sunday morning. Bitcoin getting the pump. Looks like it might actually end up in my green box. I might have hit it. Give me a couple minutes here. Just getting my tie on. I'll see you soon. 6 minutes, baby. 6 minutes. We can wait. You can do this. I know you have the patience for Bitcoin, for me. I love you. I'll see you soon. Shout out to everybody here. The camera decides it's not going to work, but I'm going to be there in 1 second. Have no fear. Just got to unplug and plug. 1 second. Oh, my goodness. Shout out to everybody here on the live, though. You can hear me. And if you're listening on a podcast, you're locked in with me right now. And don't worry, I got this locked in. I know exactly what's happening, and we're ready to rock. What? Whoa. The usual did not happen. Hold on 1 second. I got you. I know what happened. I know what happened, folks. The camera was off. It wasn't even on. So, of course, it wasn't going to work. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Cryptolifer Show, baby. Let's go. God woke me up with another beautiful morning. It was shining. The sun came in my window, and I knew I had opportunity. The second I opened my eyes, I said, man, today's a beautiful day. What's going to happen today? Let's take a look at BTC. I said it was going to be in the green box when I started the show. I mean, it's pretty dang close, somewhere between 90,700 and 90,760, and it's at 90,830. I was about $80 off from my high point, and so I gave you the green box last night, said Bitcoin was likely going to go sideways, and then at the last second there, it got a little bit of a pump to the upside, but still sideways price action, keeping that CME intact. We're going to give you your top-down analysis, see if there's anything worth trading. Unlikely. I do not trade Sunday mornings. It's usually the worst. But we'll see. We'll see what I see happening in the charts, and we'll go from there. Shout out to all my beautiful people here. This will be a fast morning update. I usually don't go too crazy here on Sunday morning. Shout out to Crypto Billy holding me down. It's 111. 111, Crypto Billy. God bless you, man. That's your number, baby. Shout out to you. Shout out to Rave Song Records in the house. Shout out to Lifted 99. Shout out to Maximus Decimus Meridius. Wow. Shout out to Lion Fangs. That's pretty cool. Shout out to Marcus, my buddy in the house, my long-term friend. We've been together. We've been friends for a long time. My son was born on my B-Day at 111. That's amazing. Pretty cool, man. Let's throw a biscuit in the oven. Why not? You're funny, man. Shout out to everybody here. All-time high for Bitcoin this year. Somebody says, hey, you never know what could happen. And we get this mic situated. I'm swinging it around over here. Where do I want to stand? There we go. I am at a stand-up desk. You got to stand. I could never sit still, man. I just can't do that. Just doesn't happen. Love you too, Marcus. That's my friend, man. Marcus has been my buddy. Me and Marcus met when I was 29. I'm now 42, 43. Coming up, I'll be 43 in April, man. Wow, our birthdays are pretty close, too. We did business together. We hung out together. We broke bread together. We trusted each other. We had a good time, man. Money, loyalty, you name it, and enjoyment. That's my buddy right there. Shout out to Marcus, man. I love you. It's cool when you can find out who somebody really is, and you find out they're actually pretty cool. You can actually trust them. Isn't it fun when you trust someone and they don't stab you in the back? It's amazing, right? It's like it's like you can really build when you have good people in your life, right? And I've always had good people in my life. You know, bad people have come and gone, but I've always had good people in my life. God only sends the best. I think one of the best people is coming to my house today, and I think I'm blessed. I know so, actually, because I know God only sends the best into my life. See, I'm so connected to God, I'm in God's favor. So if you come into my life, I believe you're in God's favor because I'm going to be good to you. I'm going to treat you well. I've been through so much. God's ready to fill me with love, and I'm ready to love everybody in my life. So nothing holding me down. Like I got no baggage. My mom's dead. My dad's dead. I figured out all my, I got no daddy issues, no mommy issues. I straightened all that out before they passed. But seriously, a lot of people have some pain. Their dad abused them. Their mom abused them. Whatever happened. And that holds them back. That's painful. Anyway, swing down on the monthly. Doesn't look amazing. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. The weekly to me still looks like it's making a bear flag. And I still could see how this thing could take a massive dump all the way down to about, $61,000. So it could go either way. I'm still open-minded. I like the hidden bullish divergence on the monthly. I like the Fibonacci retracement. It all looks good to me. It all says that we do have, we're going to get that move, but I take it one step at a time, one candle at a time, one day at a time. That weekly doesn't look amazing. It closes tonight. It's going to close at indecision doji at the end of, I don't know. That looks like a tweezer top to me. I'm not a fan of that close. I'd like it to flip green somehow today if it can, but then we have the CME gap. So it's like, so either we have a CME gap, got to come back to it, or we close red. It's really you're between a rock and a hard place there. That was the 2-week chart. Looks just like the weekly. They're identical, basically. No difference. I look at the 5-day. I kept telling you, don't be surprised if the 5-day just makes a bear flag. I said this here on November 22nd. I told you that the 5-day was likely going to go sideways. I'm not saying it's definitely making a bear flag, but I said be ready. And look, you could go 5. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could go 25 more days. This could go on for 25 more days until we really get a resolve, because the 21's got to touch price. When the 21 touches, that's when we dump. I've seen it happen many times. Could we get the reversal first and change the game? Anything can happen. And I'm going to be able to figure it out based off the moving averages and what we do. If we get above the 4-hour 200, we're going to have to take the probability up, and we're going to have to play it long. If we stay below it and we keep getting resisted, then we're going to have to, trade it short. Like, it's the 4-hour, the 200 moving average of the 4 hours is going to tell me so much. So what happens today? Can we get a daily boom back to the upside? Can the daily stay above this supportive resistance level at 89.5? And let's kind of zoom in now. 12-hour on the 22, and this is kind of where I stand even like yesterday. The daily looks like it's in this cup and handle, and it has this supportive resistance that it's coming back to, right? There's an Adam and Eve inside of the cup. That's an Adam and Eve right there that ended up playing out. You can see it. And then that's a cup. An Adam and Eve double bottom. And then this looks like a bigger Adam and Eve double bottom too. And lately I have seen Adam and Eve. They have this little side. They always have like a little side cup, a handle. I've been seeing it recently. So we're seeing, honestly, it's almost like we need a pump. At least back to the top of the channel so we can get a week. I'd like to see the weekly close green, man. And we could close back at 95. We're going to break up to 90. We're going to pump to 95,000 today? I don't know. It doesn't look likely to me, does it? I don't think so. But again, what I think does not matter. Bitcoin could do whatever it wants. I'm looking for it to bounce out the bottom of this channel back to the top of the channel. Nothing crazy. Just, just keep it trapped inside the channel. That's what I'm looking for. Bitcoin to break back up here to the upside. Otherwise, if it starts to lose this, you could see it kind of make a right shoulder too. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then take the dump. So, but I'm looking for some type of move back up here for BTC. And so far, we got the beginning stages of this. And remember last night, I even called I was a little more overly bullish than bearish. So there you have it. I mean, but we didn't break out nicely on the 4-hour like we could have last night with just a lot of sideways price action. Remember, assets that you trade are mostly sideways. It's interesting, right? People forget. They think they're always bumping, but they're mostly sideways. I mean, this is treachery. It looks like barely looks like a falling wedge. It just looks sketchy on the 4-hour. And then here we are again on the 1-hour time frame, which showing you. So I see a falling wedge on the daily that we should break out from, right? But if you look at the smaller time frames, I mean, technically this was a trend line that we broke. Like, that is a trend line. Resistance. You did break above it. You retested it. But I just see us in this really weird pattern. I mean, that's just, what are you going to say about that? And it's a 50-50. It's a, it can go either way. We did break out, but could it be a fake out? So today we need continuation to the upside. We need to see the 1-hour continue to pump, even though it looks kind of overbought. 15-minute broke above the 200 moving average, which is my signal. And look, there is my signal right there, which is crazy. But today it worked. You wait for the 21 to touch price action above the 200 moving average. Boom. You got the little mini measured move there. So now what? Well, now you just need to see if we're bullish today. The 15-minute has to stay above the 200 moving average while the 21 comes in contact. It's that simple. If that happens, we're ready to go. You see? So I would just project this 15-minute flag. Now, there's a chance it just rips and I don't get a piece, but I don't trade that then. I trade the best probabilities, not the craziest probabilities. But I'm looking for the 15-minute to go sideways today. If in 2 to 3 hours we go sideways, we get ourselves a move for Bitcoin. It looks like we would get ourselves a move here for Bitcoin, possibly all the way back up to, 91,300. So that's what I'm looking for. The 15-minute has to stay above the 200 moving average. This kind of double bottom here that held out last night, this shoulder head, kind of right shoulder there, you see? cup and handle. You can see it there. Look, there's your cup. There's your handle broke to the upside. So it's all there. Whether your mind sees it or not, I got x-ray vision, man. I can see right through your skin. I can see it. And I can help you and give you what's called lifer vision, which took me years to acquire. But now I can hand it to you, all right? So everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. And what's been hot the last couple days, we have MyX, which has been nice. Chili's, which I told you had some news coming, right? I've been following you for over a year now, and I truly appreciate how you always keep it 100. That kind of realness is rare these days. Keep your light shining, brother. Thank you. Hey, man, that's one of the nicest things. I'm going to keep that comment throughout the day. That's super nice, brother. It's the nicest thing anyone could ever say. I remember I bought $2,500 worth of Bitcoin yesterday. I keep buying BTC. When everyone else acts skittish, I keep buying more Bitcoin. The fear is in a good spot. I got 10 at 11. I'll take 20. I'll take 19. I'll take all these different areas of price action because, man, this is the fear, baby. And I buy fear. Fear has made me so much money by going against the grain and not stressing what everyone else is doing. Now, I'm not going crazy on altcoins. When their time will come. Let's take a look at MyX. I just want to see if it's worth trading here. And I do have some other stuff that I've been giving you guys. We're going to take a look at Light. Light looks hot. So I gave you MyX. Look at the last time I gave you MyX was in this tight channel right here. Suggested that MyX was going to break all the way up to 558. And lo and behold, MyX did that. So shout out to anyone that took my call on MyX to the upside. And again, I'm just using the same strategies that I always use. Over and over and over again. Tight moving averages inside of the flag. Look, I said, let's set an alert here. If it can get tight, then that's a good entry. It got tight. It created a good entry. MyX took a move. And it went from 324 all the way to 738. It's actually spiking up right now. I wouldn't chase it too much, but I would look at the 4 hour. Wow, look at that. 6 hour, 8 hour. Yeah, look at it. I mean, they got above the 200 moving average and went on a bit of a tear there. If we look at the 12 hour, it looks like it's just getting started. Low volume and the price action looks sketchy, but I mean, that looks like it's just getting started. Wow. Possible flag for MyX like Bitcoin. So flag out MyX in the 15. If Bitcoin flags out and pumps, I believe MyX will too. There might be some action today. Let's take a look at Sol. Is it back to 140? That'd be so sweet. Show me 140, 137, all right? But look, again, above the 5-minute 200 moving average. Sol made its move too. You know, I like when a chart gets above the 4-day 200 moving average and starts to make a flag. This looks interesting to me. This is, and everything's waiting on Bitcoin's kind of a strange up and down price action there on that 1 hour. But man, Bitcoin breaks out, sold to Solana. Solana goes this whole leg here, this Elliott wave 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, that sends it to like 156 for Sol. Again, it may not happen for sure. A bit of a double bottom, though. We kind of have Adam and Eve vibes inside of Sol there, too. That could break you further to the upside. One would expect Bitcoin to at least retest 120,000. You think Gun can hold? Look at the breakout and the retest. Market makers appear to have paused their downward pressure. Allowing cryptocurrency market to appreciate. Ultimately, their objective is to secure substantial profits, enabling price to rise. Are you plugged into HSBC short squeeze? CME open tonight. It's going to be spicy, even if it's a rumor. Interesting. Let's take a look at it. One would expect Bitcoin to at least retest 120,000. Yeah, and Render does keep pumping too. I think they changed the name back from Render, back to Render, then back to Render again. I'm so confused. One of my favorite coins. Like, I like the project. The projects, I never had an issue with any of the projects. Price action just lagged, But I never had an issue with the projects themselves. Render, yeah, they turned the whole name. I mean, Render looks good to me too. Looks like it's about to do some damage. I mean, these are bull pennants starting to form here, and I put this out. Said Render looks like it's ready to get a move. I see Render ready to pump from 240 to 340. I'd get your alerts on Render. It's been hot. Looks like institutions. A bunch of people accumulated it for whatever reason. And it looks like it's getting ready to make a bigger move. Render, baby, render. I always loved render, always had a big position in render. I don't right now. Maybe I'll jump back in. Looks like it's about to go on a tear. 130 all the way back to 250. It's a nice move from the bottom there for render. Interesting. Render looks hot right now. Going to 340 and beyond. I'd keep render on the radar. Actually, today looks pretty interesting for the altcoins, and I usually don't say that on a Sunday. But I'll say whatever the charts convey, and the charts are conveying a possible move here. Render, Sol, the big boys look like they're going to move, and that's what's going to happen. The big boys will move. They'll flow that money back into the smaller altcoins. Anyone have a TA? Anyone have anything they want to go over here? No super chats this morning. Quiet, right? I've been following you for over a year. Thank you. Keep your light shining. Thank you so much. And I did read that all out already. I just want to make that clear. God bless you, brother. Thank you. The installation accumulation phase has now been accomplished. Time to rise. Morgan Stanley coming out of the Sol ETF. They finally jumped on board. I know, right? What a bunch of losers. They could have bought Bitcoin when I did years ago and been rich as heck right now and given all, and everyone would have been like, oh. But they wanted to play the safe game. Safe game doesn't always work, man. Waiting for everyone else to make the move. Well, the move's been done already. You know, to get real rich in Bitcoin, you had to buy it when nobody cared about it. When everyone told you it was going to zero, you had to keep buying it. I was buying Bitcoin when everyone said it was going to go to zero. I just kept buying. I see JASMY about to make a move too. These are big coins that have big communities. When the markets rip, they tend to rip. I see JASMY going up 60%. Yeah, and I could be wrong. Maybe it's a massacre, but I'm going to get ready to load up at the best times. JASMY looks nice. So, and some people started these positions just a couple days ago. They're in the money already. And, you know, Bookmap really has, it's hard to read today. The biggest liquidity up at 93. We don't have much big red. There is some that came in at 98. But, and we lost a lot of the downward liquidity, too, that we had. Remember all that 81, 82,000? Where is that? They left. So, longs have taken profits. And it's really about shorts. HEV is rumored to buy silver, and they are going to need to settle physical silver to 9x annual production before January 31st. Some says, what about Zcash? Who cares about Z? No, let's take a look. I mean, it took a nasty dump out the symmetrical triangle to the downside when the devs left, which probably just gave a good price action. Maybe someone wanted price action. They created some fake news. I don't know. At the same time, retail grovels over this coin, and so, like, it's good to leave it alone. Like, when you know everyone else is trading something, they're trying to fleece everybody, right? So I kind of stay away from stuff like that. So I haven't traded Zcash for that reason, because it's like everyone else is doing it. I don't want to do what everyone else is doing. That's boring. When I started my channel, not everyone else was starting a YouTube channel. When I said Bitcoin was going from 3,000 to 20,000, not many people were saying that. It was actually a very contrarian idea. It was against the grain. People laughed at me. You have to understand, to get where I'm at today, people laughed at me, made fun of me, told me I was crazy, said that you think you're pompous because you think you're smarter than us. I had friends at Goldman Sachs. I had friends that worked at Ernst & Young. I told them, hey, you should be buying Ethereum. It's $20. You know, it's $50. When Ethereum was like $100, I knew about it at $9. And they all thought I was just like the crazy kid, the crazy hip-hop guy who was smoking that wacky tobacco and thought I knew something. You know what I mean? They laughed at me. They thought, oh, this guy, what a funny guy. And then years later, they see me suited up, you know, flying around the world, and they're like, dang, maybe I should have listened to that guy. I think he might have been onto something, you know? Hey, man, some people listened, some people didn't. It's okay. It's all good. Everyone has their own path to wealth. You know, there could be a little right shoulder there. I'd like to see a bounce, personally. Let's take a look at the 4-hour 200. It's holding, let's see. Yeah, I'd like to see it get back above the 4-hour 200 moving average. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is just, you know, they lost the devs. It got a crazy sell-off, but the sell-off wasn't real. It still is. You have to ask yourself, does it have utility? Yes. Can it create private transactions? Yes. Does it do what it says it's going to do? Yeah, so it actually works. So whether the dev leaves or not, does that really make sense? So people do whatever the herd does, but they don't make sense. So, you know, it could be a great value right now. For me, I'm kind of staying away from it, but I believe there could be good value at that higher low. Trump is playing the biggest game of chess with China and Russia to acquire land. Trump has never been quick taking Venezuela and soon Greenland. Rather, the U.S. manages them over the alternatives. 100%. Who else do you want handling that land? You know? Greenland, you have these, like, you know, the Denmarks, and they're not vicious. They're going to let someone sneak up in there, and then we have security issues. We can't have people that close to us. We can't have holes. So we need to take it over because it's too close. You understand? And Venezuela, man, they had, like, the Russians were about to put they had a nuclear submarine off the coast of that place, man. They're about to put a base there, put nukes there. The Russians about to put a nuke there, bro. It was getting crazy. We had to take over Venezuela. Yeah. I stay humble because I've seen people become what they laughed at. Amen. AI coins looking good. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. He said, research chemicals got me buying cryptos. I don't understand. U.S. can't manage its own land, let alone remote countries. You have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah. We have remote UFOs come from Roswell, New Mexico, man. We're the most powerful nation in the game. People have no clue. Yeah. I mean, one administration couldn't handle the land. We're cleaning it up now. We're cleaning it up. Russia can't do anything now. Trump is a puppet of the empire. I love it. Can you look at XRP, USDT? Empire doesn't care about us. Just focus on your life, Jennifer, and you'll make it. Think about it. If I focused on George Bush, Obama, you know what I mean, all this stuff, I would never have made it as the Cryptolifer. I was going to be the Cryptolifer no matter who was in president, no matter who ran the country, Republican or Democrat. It did not matter. I did not look at those things. I knew that if I kept God by my side, I had a mission, and I kept after my own mission, I would achieve my goal. Get rid of the nonsense, everybody, and start pushing. Don't blame anyone for anything. It's not the administration's fault that you're poor or rich. It's nobody's fault but yourself. Your fault is your fault. You own everything that happened to you in your life. It's on you. I know. It's sad, right? And some people say, but no, you know, I got abused as a kid and I've been emotionally distraught for it. So it's time to get over it. It's time to go to therapy and fix it. You can't keep blaming your past on why you're not where you want to be today. It's just not okay. That's abuse. No, seriously, that's abuse. You're abusing yourself. It's time to heal and say it's okay. I made a mistake. I used past subconscious blocks to keep myself stuck. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to break through. You can, you will, you are the best. You can do this. The reason why I talk about this is because you would never meet me. I would never have this channel if I didn't break through. Okay? Congratulations on 100,000 subs. Thank you so much for saying that, man. Yeah, people haven't got a clue about the U.S. secret technologies gathered over many decades from UFOs. 100%. They kept them in the dark. They want people to think UFOs aren't real. They want them to think that we never, ever back engineered them. Yeah, they don't want you to think that. Dude, Bob Lazar told you the story. It's up to you if you want to read the breadcrumbs. They tried to kill the guy for telling you the truth, too, so you do whatever makes you happy. I'll lead you down the breadcrumbs, and you could call me, you could laugh at me all you want. You can think I'm crazy. That's fine. I don't mind. I'm not here. Yeah. Hi, I live in Poland, and your live is the best. God bless you, man. Shout out to my Polish. Yes, you must. Yes, you must. I love that. Anyway, so let's take a look at the total market cap in all of these cryptocurrencies, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. We need altcoins to get a bit of a run up here. It's so important that this strange little flag breaks out. It comes down to this little flag. Isn't that crazy? This like really weird, like, I guess it's a symmetrical triangle, I mean, at the end of the day. But this thing's got to break out. It's a cup and handle technically. The handle doesn't always have to be a downward handle. It can be like a sideways triangle. I've seen it. There's yourself your cup and handle. Get yourself all the way to kind of a trillion. Turn on your secret gifts. They're inside you. Amen, everybody. You're on another level. As above, so below, man. We help everybody around us. The people higher than us need help. The people lower than us need help. Nobody is without, insight. Or nobody doesn't need some insight. There's always some insight. Now, once the internet became widely available throughout the world, it's a wrap. Everyone wants to be free now. Buy BTC. Amen. Today, Pink Hearts, City Japor La Rahihoha Bihaya. I don't know what you're saying, but God bless you, man. Whatever language that is. We're international here on the channel. We got people all around the world. Let's take a look at XRP. Some people think XRP is about to make a big run. It's back to $2, but wow, they ran it up to $2.40 and dumped that puppy back down. I'm looking for this inverted head and shoulder. We called it at 186. You were on the money at 241. You know. Shout out to Crypto Don Juan. We love you, man. Thank you for being here. Of course I remember you, man. You don't remember me? Of course I remember you, man. Wait. You don't remember that I remember you? Only look down on someone when lifting them up. Amen. I love that. I love that. Total 3 breakout. Gun is going to run hard, he says. Let's take a look at Gun. Gunzilla, right? Yeah. I mean, that was the hot move. Right before crypto got hot, that was the one that was supposed to move. They got it for USDC. It looks like it's already running hard. Went from 1 cent to 2.3. And honestly, I think gaming can come back with a vengeance. Gaming is still hot. Like, gaming never changed. This crypto got a bad rap. Don't you understand? It's literally like a kid eating ice cream, and then he wants to eat something else. But once he's done, he'll go back to that ice cream. People think crypto's done, but in a second, it takes 2 weeks for crypto to get hot again. Less than that. And now everyone's in it and freaking out. Dude, that looks hot to me. I like it because you have supportive resistance. You got a lot of chop right here. You broke through it. Yeah. I could see Gun to get at 4 cents. They say Stephen Hawking wasn't a genius. Hawking was a plant from a deep state. The elites are laughing. You think he came up with Big Bang Theory? Anything is possible, man. Sammy, you just made my whole year with that speech. I really appreciate it. Hey, God bless you, man. Thank you. I hope I did. You know, I'm always talking to somebody. I think God speaks through me, man. And someday I really think I show up for TA, but I think God's trying to save one person on my stream. And he has me speak to one person individually. I don't even know it. And that's what happened. Salmon color suit is fire. Thank you. Yeah, I went a little, put the blue with the salmon with the yellow. I don't know. I went a little different today. I like these new Nick Graham shirts I got. Not bad, right? They were like $50. You don't have to be you don't get to buy $500 shirts, man. Like, you're going to sweat in them anyway. Like, what's the point, you know? Anyway, we're going to see if we can get all the way to 4 cents there for Guns. That's on the radar. I like Guns. And honestly, guys, I have a way to scan hundreds, 1,000 altcoins. I have such a system. And I'm going to be able to pump out setups like you never would believe. I got elites. Inside of my Discord, I got an entire class that I put together that no one else has because it's my own insights, my own tips and tricks. Shout out to all the new people in the Discord. I see a bunch of new people join the Discord today. Everyone's coming back, man. Everyone's like, all right, I'm going to take December and January off, but I'm coming back to the Discord, man. And now they're seeing Bitcoin back above 90K. They're like, hey, GQ cover, Sammy, it's coming. Are you serious, man? Don't do this. You're crazy, man. I don't even know what to say, man, because I feel like whenever me and you manifest, it already happened. So, like, to me, it's been done. But, dude, that could change my whole life, right? Could that open me up to podcasts, maybe interviews? Maybe there could just, I don't want to get my hopes up. But, man, I've been grinding every single day, just waiting for that one tap. I just need that tap. That tap, that Joe Rogan interview. Everyone's like, of course, But not even Joe Rogan, just maybe a podcast a little bigger than me. Just something to get moving, get into the next level, teach people, talk to people, create those clips, create those viral clips, and be able to kind of. I need to start going around the podcast circuit, when it comes to mental health, well-being, and finance, and maybe GQ could be the catalyst to push me there. We got to build, man. We got to build something in our minds that creates reality, right? So I build the path. So that's what's going to happen, actually. That is what's going to happen, And just so everyone knows, I've been in a long on the 3-day chart with stops below these wicks here. I'll get liquidated for 9,000 or I'll make about 50,000. So, it's one of my biggest trades of my life. It's like a $600,000 trade. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. CC tweeted Super Psychohopium. Hey, you never know. Go on Nephilium Death Squad. Amen, man. We know. I'm all about the Nephilium. Come on, man. They came back to mine the gold, bro. They teach us. Yeah, come on, man. Reptilians, man. Who here knows about the reptilians? I'm just saying. Who knows about the grays, reticula, zeta reticuli? Yeah. The Octurians. What about the Pleiadians? 57 different species, man. I am Bro Rogan and invite you on the show today. Bro Rogan. Funny. CZ tweeted, you know, I met someone in my neighborhood that says that she is, and I believe her, she's Joe Rogan's cousin. And she said she wanted to come watch my show live, kind of, you know, as an Emmy-nominated producer. And I was like, you know what? That might be interesting. So you never know, man. You might see me on Joe Rogan in the next 6 months. I know you don't believe it. I know you think it's insane. But anything is possible. And look, I've gone live every single day since February of 2021. If Joe Rogan says that out loud, even he would be amazed. He'd be like, so wait, you've gone live for how many days? I said, I started in February of 2021 and I haven't taken one day off, Joe. He said, that's impressive, Sam. I can see the interview. I can already see it happening. I can see it. It already happened. Let's go, baby. On my way to stardom, man. Then I can help even more people change the world. I believe in the super cycle. The macro looks good for the next 5 to 6 months. It really does. Yeah. Know your crimes against the babies is a crime against humanity. What is he saying? But God bless you. Yeah, I mean, I believe that. I don't know what the specifics are there. No days off. Shout out to Reliable J in the house. And Bitcoin. You know, getting a little bit of that number. Getting its number called here. So remember, we're watching the 15-minute time frame here for BTC. It did get a nice little pump there, too. Look at that. We want to see this. This thing might even pump later and make a flag up in here somewhere. And again, it got above the 200 moving average. Someone said you should be on PB. You know, my friend met him recently. Someone I know that I've done business with had a meeting with Patrick Bet-David. They did, and they told him about me. And I had a video where he said, "Hey Sam, keep going, keep doing your thing. I'll watch you." So I had his voice. He knows who I am now. But again, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But yeah. So, you know, someone already tried to get me on Patrick Bet-David. They told him about me, but you know, he's busy. He goes after all the biggest people. Like, he basically gets anyone who's trending. Like, if you're trending, he gets you. Like that guy down in the diamond district, he wilded out. Like, you stole my money, right? That went all over Instagram. That got huge. That was trending. You know, so he had him on his podcast. So, like, maybe I have to jump out. You know what I mean? I got to do something crazy. I got to start trending. I got to do something to trend. You know? But, yeah. I appreciate your consistency. Thank you. Yeah. The ego on this man is actually crazy, but I respect it. Hey, man, I love you, man. I don't have an ego. I'm just confidence in myself. I want to see things go. I want to see things go big. And, you know, whenever I get big, I help others. I promise you. Like, if I make $100 million, I give away so much money, man. You know, I shouldn't tell you, but yesterday, my bill was $77. Guess how much I left? My bill was $77 yesterday at breakfast. Guess how much I left? Just guess. The bill was $77. How much did I leave in the final bill? Tip included. Just guess. And again, I usually don't do this, but I just want to let you know, like, if my life gets better, I make other people's lives better. Yeah. Hence the pyramids and other ancient structures based around the world. Did you know they use Stonehenge as cycle dial of 100%? I left 177. All right. Yeah. 177. You know what I did. I left $100 for that waitress because how many people left her $100 yesterday? Nobody, man. Barely anyone. On a $77 bill, they left $20, $30. If everyone left her $100, man, she'd be rich. Let's be honest. I mean, she'd be like out of there. But I mean, every time you give, you get it back. I open my hand, man. Whenever I have a chance to open my hand, I open my hand. I say, man, this is my chance. A little voice says to me, hey, give to this woman. She was really nice to you guys. I said, she'll probably see. And you know how many times I've done that and the person's gasped? One woman, she followed me outside, crossed the street, and said, sir, I think you added a zero here accidentally. I'm so sorry. This is a typo. And I said, no, it's not. And then I handed her another $100 bill. And I said, no, and this is for you for coming on. I said, no, that's not a typo. And you know what? Here's $100 for your troubles for having to come outside. You know what I mean? It was like one of the coolest things I ever did in my life, man. You know? And look, I get it back right now. This guy sends me $50, man. I don't stress money, everybody. I just keep my energy and my frequency high. It's so important. Once you're on point with the frequency and the energy, everything will follow, everyone. You got to have positive mindset, positive attitude. Believe that good things are happening. Push yourself just to kind of... I was in a rut for so long in my life, everyone. It wasn't always easy for me. I didn't always wake up like this. I built this behavior. I built these habits to stay positive. I keep positive people around me, like Crypto Billy. He messages me every day. He tells me, hey, keep pushing, Sammy. I love you, brother. When you're down and out, you need people to push you, man. Sam's ego is not big enough. Ego is motivated by desire to be seen as right and seeks approval and validation at all costs. Self-esteem is confidence and will. He has healthy esteem. God bless you, man. Thank you so much, man. I love you guys. Dude, and I have my wisdom seekers around me that keep me grounded, you know? Just joined. Thanks for XMR above the triangle. It is. Shout out to Submani. Thank you for coming on in, man. You've been going hard, Submit Hardwani. We love you, man. And thank you for the super chats every day, bro. You give so much. You don't have to do that, but you do. You know? Yeah. Someone says, stream the reaction to the tips. Nah, I can't do that, man. I can't be filming it when I tip people. That's just not, to me, that's not real. Like, either you do it behind closed doors or you don't do it. I shouldn't even be talking about it. It's actually like against, my wife always says, you're not even supposed to mention these things. I mention them because I want you to know that when you give, it comes back to you every time. I just want you to know that. Every single time. You think I'm ever going to stress the $100 I gave her yesterday? No. God's going to provide more. When God sees that you give to his people, God's going to give to you. Don't you understand? When you're not greedy with the abundance comes onto you. This is all in the Bible, man. It's written in the Bible. All this stuff is written in the Bible. He talks about your temple. He talks about your mind. He talks about creating heaven in your mind. Like, yeah. Let's take a look at XMR, which is Monero. All right. Monero having a breakout. Look at that. Booming. And I mean, privacy coins are going to take over. I mean, Monero's almost at the all-time high. $500. I mean, Monero's quietly creeping up while no one's paying attention. And I'm telling you, look, I mean, look at that. It actually was even sharper of a channel. I was looking for this bigger channel, but you can see it made a real tight flag and broke out. Is there more coming from Monero? Whenever you see that, you got to kind of look at the bigger picture. See what's happening there. I mean, there's a little bit of bear div there. You know, what's crazy is, I don't think people realize, but like, it looks like we're about to get like some type of parabolic move. Like, that would be a parabolic move from 500 to 750, because if the market comes back strong and people see that, you know, governments are trying to clamp down. Governments are trying to clamp down. They're trying to take everything you have. They want to basically control the people, man. You can see it. Even though the people control, you know, vote for the government, they want to tell the people what to do. It's obvious. And so they're going to try to put laws in there that control you and constrict you. And that's a fact. It's a fact. Because it's going to benefit them if they have constrictions on you. It just... And I think that's going to run people into privacy coins. They know that they'd rather stay off the radar. Put some of your wealth to the privacy coin. What's the worst that can happen? So people put a $1 in here. If it goes down $500,000, it's still private. So it's like private money, you know. So Monero, man. The safest money you can have. The most secret money you can have in the game. I can see it going from 500 to 750, and it's been holding very strong despite the rest of the market. Something you got to think about. You got to pay attention to. And so if Monero's hot, then you start thinking about, you know, ZK Sync, ZK... What, ZKF too? ZK Finance or ZF? I think ZK Finance, was it? Was it ZKF? I think it was ZKF, right? Was it ZF? It was ZK Sync. There's a bunch of these, man. These are just privacy. I'm just looking at some of the privacy coins. Nothing there. Zen was hot. Remember, Horizon was also privacy with only 17 million coins. It's crazy. That did nothing. Nothing burger back to the bottoms. But I feel like if everything does move, these coins will move. Even though it seems like nothing's brewing right now. The charts look horrible for Zen. Look at ASTER. The deck's going to come back. 72 cents for ASTER. It's been holding these bottom areas for a long time. Kind of a cup and handle too for ASTER. And it seems to be holding this uptrend with a higher low. See, it has a use case, so once the market comes back, things that people can actually use are going to be able to go up pretty fast. Like, you know, because people are going to start using them. I see ASTER kind of breaking out. I wouldn't be surprised if ASTER hits 230, you know, in the next 2 months. So I'm open-minded that anything can happen. And we stay looking. Bitcoin's sitting flat at 90,090. Again, my Bitcoin update is to watch the 15-minute flag and let it go sideways for the next 2 to 3 hours. If it does that and we stay inside the flag, we got ourselves a possible move. I'd watch your 15-minute, though. See this? Watch your 15 minutes. Stay above the 200 moving average. Let the 21 come in contact. Let this thing make a nice little beautiful flag. And where will we be when I show up tonight at 8 p.m.? Let's take a look. 8 p.m. will be at 20. And why do I obsessively live stream 2 times on the weekends and only once on the weekdays? I don't know why. I started doing it, and I just do whatever my system tells me to do. I stay inside of a schedule. I don't break my schedule for anyone for anything. Not for any schedule, not for business, not for Christmas, not for my birthday. I travel. It does not matter. I will not miss the stream. Think about that. Think about the consistency of that. People turn on their computers to watch shows on the internet. You put a show out on the internet from your house. You never miss a day. And that means anytime anyone believes you're going to be there, you're going to be there. Think about the connections you make with all the people. Everyone that sees you knows you're dependable. Someone might watch you 3 times a week, but you're always there. Some might watch you for 6 months straight, then come back in a year. You're always there. When you're always there for everyone that is coming to see you, then you're always there. And I'm obsessed with always being there. Once I'm not always there, it's just a day or two. It's something happens. I can't. And some say, Sam, you could take a few days off and be fine. A lot of live streamers do it. They're completely fine. It's not a big deal. And I'd say, okay, but that's not me. They don't have like OCD like me or something. And, you know, I was lazy in my life. I did procrastinate. I wasn't always on point. And so now that I am, I just never want to go back. I just don't want to break the habit. And I listen to Jerome. He says, do it every day. Why? Why stop doing what you love every day? Why stop the cycle every day when it works? He said, why stop something when it's working? And so I listen to him, and he's wiser and older than me. And so I just keep showing up every day. I don't know when it will end. I don't know how long this will go. I get sad when I even think of when the stream will end, because one day it will, and I'll look back on my life, and I was like, wow, what a streak I went on. You know? A 10-year like live stream streak. But I'm not stopping until I get to Joe Rogan, man. I'm not stopping until I change so many lives every single day of this, you know? So we're looking here. Someone says, look at ChatGPT. I mean, it's low volume coin that I wouldn't put a lot of faith in. All right. I have this long term, but I wouldn't might have got hyped with some TVL. Like that would have been the sell there, man. Like you're trying to go all the way to the upside. I don't know what you're doing. You know, maybe it continues on the higher low, but it all depends on what Bitcoin does. Right. So hold on. Let me clean this up for you. I mean, the 4-hour got away from the 21-day moving average and overbought on the stochastics RSI. Like, you got hot. Like, that's time to chill. So you got to flag it out. Just like Bitcoin, it's got to make a flag on the 4-hour. It might dump a little more. It might, you got to make the twisted sister. I don't know which way it's going to go. One of these two. It looks like it could continue to the upside, but it looks like it's got to reset. That could be an aggressive entry on the 4-hour if it breaks up and gets tight and then hits the target. Beautiful one, Sam. I do shock them like that, too. Such a nice feeling when I give back that way. Amen. Thank you. Sam, stream the reaction. Accepting your destiny isn't ego. It's your birthright. Amen. Thank you. Anyone like Monad and Somia? We like Somia. Thank you for bringing that up, actually. Somnia. Yeah. It's not on a lot of places, though. You can't, it's not tradable everywhere. SOMI, right? Yeah, it was SOMI. Maybe I can get it. Yeah, there it is. You know, it's in that, I gotta say, it's in that cup and handle vibe, right? Like, you got that cup and handle, and it broke out retesting the key level. So it's showing signs of digging out. Remember, I still am heavily committed to the game. Heavily committed. All right. Funny, we were doing prediction markets yesterday. That was fun, right? That was fun, man. We basically predicted that the market would go to the upside. I believe the market's going to come down now in the next 10 minutes. They only let you bet max 250 for whatever reason. It'd be nice to get higher there, but again, this is also kind of just like a joke, so be careful. You can't really, but you can do some TA and be, hey, well, it should be up higher. You know, there was a bounce off the 21. Last night we did a prediction market. It was fun. Man, that could break out. Target takes you to 38, and it's hanging on the high volume node. High, you know, you're buying the bottoms. So, I want to look at Deep Book Protocol, my favorite coins from back in the day. Absolutely skyrocketed from 3 cents to 5, 6 cents, and there you have it. Same thing here now. I would just be flagging out the 4 hour. I want to see things kind of consolidate on the 4 hour. If they consolidate on the 4 hour above the 200, there's a good chance they start to move further to the upside. You're buying the bottom for Deep Book here. So, yeah, watch Sean Ryan with Ryan Montgomery. It's the worst I've ever seen. I can't believe there are people. I don't know what he's saying. Solana's on a mission lately. Yep. Loving the lifer for being here every single day. God bless you all. Thank you. We've got the best crew in the game, man. I love it. And because I don't do this for the numbers, I do. The money came, it's fine. The numbers came somewhat, but I never did this for money, and I never did this for the numbers. I did this because I wanted to do something that I loved. I wanted to go after something that I loved, which was to broadcast. I watched broadcasters all around the world from, you know, I worked for David Letterman for years. You know, I worked for David Letterman. I watched him broadcast. I watched famous people broadcast my whole life. I helped create their streams. I watched them suit up. I watched them come out of the dressing room. I understood what they were doing. I said, wow, this is amazing. I made TV. I was behind the scenes of television for years, folks. I was the guy that made the shows you watch on Netflix and on TV. I was the one putting all the shows together, doing all the technicals behind the scenes. Josh Allen back to pass, all the way from downtown. You're funny. Do you scalp gold? Sometimes. We did recently on BTCC. We made a beautiful gold trade. We got a silver trade cooking right now on BTCC. That's up about $300. Bitcoin just ripped again, 970 for BTC, and we're up on the Bitcoin buy from yesterday. Continuously buying BTC, baby. Just keep buying more Bitcoin. I mean, I just, you know, buy more Bitcoin is the answer for me personally. Yes, buy more BTC. I'll buy another $1,000 worth of Bitcoin right now. Why not? Constantly buying Bitcoin. I bought 2,500 yesterday. I buy more Bitcoin than your average Joe. Look, I just bought more. Did it go through? Buy Bitcoin. Fully filled. 0.01, 111, right? Yeah. Hold on. The balance should go to 3, though, right? It was at, there it was. That stated 4, and I didn't understand. See, it should 3. I was like, that was 4176. It should say 3176. Sam, I was running to another member of the chat. If you go to my previous message right above the last, you really should read it if you can. As a fellow parent, it's extremely important Sam, I was responding to another member in the chat. If you go to my previous message right above the last, I mean, that's going to be hard. You're going to make me go scan through this entire thing to find your message? Why don't you just rewrite it, man? Like, it's kind of a lot. You're going to give me work to do on the live stream? That's kind of crazy. Like, hey, could you go scan through all the messages and find the message that I wrote? You know. Up on CBG, Monero booming, love you. Annette cooking. God bless you, brother. Light pink suit, light blue Lambo, looking like a gender reveal over here. You guys are funny, man. Sam, I was responding to another member in the chat. Well, now I really want to know what the heck he was saying. Rosario. Yeah, watch Sean Ryan with Ryan Montgomery. It's the worst thing I ever seen. I can't believe there are people who that's it. Okay, yeah. No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I got you now. Yeah, I will. No. I think I know what you're saying, man. Yeah. Yeah. Who you got for the Super Bowl, Mr. Lifer? The Patriots, man. Come on. I'm a Patriots fan, bro. I'm born and raised in Boston, man. Come on, bro. It's been a while, man. We're ready to rock, bro. Drake May. Everyone says we have the easiest schedule in the history, but I think we're tough, man. We got a sick defense. Drake May can pull it off in the fourth quarter. The guy doesn't play around. I'm excited to see what can happen. And today's an exciting day, man. I'm going to have, I'm going to have my buddy over today. I think Jason Casper is going to come through and hang out. We might do some viral videos for you guys. Just a couple clips. We're both very personal. We both don't want to, we don't have our families out there. So we might have a couple clips alone. We'll just do something here and there. And I don't know what he likes to do. So I want to keep it very, very private for him. I don't even like saying that he's coming to the house. You know what I mean? Whereabouts, right? We got ops. But yeah, man, today you might actually see a clip of me and Jason. Just say hi. But I'm going to meet him for the first time, man. It's pretty cool, bro. So I'm excited. I have to get the house together actually right now. Last finishing touches. I just vacuum cleaned the lanai. Just, you know what I mean? Wipe down all the countertops. Make sure our house looks perfect for guests, And I'm excited, man. I really am. We both have, I don't even want to say. Yeah, it's just, but blessings on blessings, man. Yeah. He's coming to the Lifer crib, bro. So funny. I feel honored, right? Like, I can't even believe it. So what a blessed day it is to be alive. Yeah. And man, we link up, man. People link up in this space. I like that about crypto. We link up in the space, man. And like, I love weeks. Look, I keep 200 grand on weeks. No problems. I just want to show you that, right? I got my BTC loaded up. And I keep most of it in my fan funding account here. But a lot of Bitcoin. I got Tether waiting. Look at that. 77777777. Mainly BTC right now, right? And Tether. But I'm not afraid to keep money on the exchange, baby. Let's go. Right? Look at this wallet. I got 598 on MEXC. I don't play games. Wow, we hit 91,000, folks. Bitcoin, baby. 91K. Oh, yeah, I got to do my prediction for tomorrow, for tonight. And we can get back into brass tacks here. So tonight, where will we be tonight for Bitcoin? Sunday at 20, on the 20. I must be on the 4-hour, I'm about to say, because it only let me skip. There we go. So tonight at 8 p.m., and let me get my green box. His little green box. And I know I make it pretty small, right? Like, not much bigger than a candle. So, like, if I made it huge, you'd be like, well, of course he's going to get it in the green box. But I try to make it pretty small. I make this a challenge here. So let's say Bitcoin has a rip. It looks like Bitcoin, I don't know, stalls out up and down, but then has a move. I don't want to see the CME gap, but then I think it pumps. I'm going to say we're right about here coming into resistance. We head back to the 200 moving average and we hit resistance. So I'm going to call the green box right about there tonight at 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. tonight, it looks like we're going to be inside the green box right about there. That's my prediction. I was pretty close for today. Let's see, 91,000 for Bitcoin, baby. Let's go. Every time we're back above 90K, I'm so excited. I got the bot in a monster trade right now. And when it comes out, it's going to make me a boatload of money at 103. I just want to get to 103 before we get liquidated. Well, actually, I'll never get liquidated, but I got a liquidation at 67,000. If we get to like 86, 87, if we get to 77, I got to pump more money. I got to pump like 50 grand back into the bot to keep it alive. I haven't done it yet. I've been waiting and waiting. If we get up here, I'll never have to pump any money back in. So I'm waiting. It's been a stressful thing. It's been a 2-month watch. I'm basically babysitting the bot. This isn't easy. Making big money is not easy. It takes time. Longer term trades take time. If you want big money, like the biggest money is made on the weekly, the daily, right? Long time frames. Billionaires do not trade the 1 minute, bro. You trade the 1 minute to get to the 3. You trade the 3 minute to get to the 5. Eventually, you should be trading the 2-week chart. You know, you see me now. Now I put, $1 million down, but I DCA it, and then I hold it for 4 years, and I turn it into 4. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing now. I'm DCAing millions of dollars into Bitcoin on the low, and then I wait. I know it sounds horrible. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm on a larger scale, and then I still come down and trade the 1 minute and have fun with each and every one of you guys, even though I'm literally on a bigger idea. I'm trying to make big money, man. Bitcoin. This is what happens. You learn how to turn 100 grand into 200 grand. Okay. And you learn how to turn 200 grand into 400 grand. Okay. Can you turn 1 mil into 4 mil? That's something I've DCA'd into that, but I haven't really flipped a mil to 4. This is the next step. All right. My friend wants to buy the bot. He said he's joined the lifers too. Jump on in. If you want to buy the bot, I've got a link for you right here. Okay, and you can even tweak it. Some people are using it differently than me. Some people saying their bot's in and out right now. So my bot's just on a bigger time frame. But there's the link, Minotaur Trading Bot. Hit the link right here. It'll take you to the bot. You can find out more. You can schedule a call with their team, all right? Because I work closely with the team. They're really good. I've been with them for a year and a half. They're my peoples. I'm not sending you some random place. These are my peoples. You'll sit with Costa. They'll go over stuff and his team, and they'll tweak it for you. And you'll find the best ways to make it happen, right? Sammy serves the big ways, baby. You got to serve the big ways. That's why I'm buying Bitcoin at 10 and 11 here when the fear and greed is low. That's why I stay strapped. All right? That's why we got security detail, man. Straight up. Let's go. But anyway, I got to jump on out of here. My pits are starting to sweat. Yeah, I sweat during the show. I'm starting to get sweaty, man. So that's my cue to jump on out. I got to go put on some mesh shorts and start cleaning. Just a little bit. The house is in pretty good order, but I want to make it perfect. So I got some I got some propane tanks I got to fill. I got a bunch of little dad tasks to do before the day. We got esteemed guests coming over today. Esteemed guests, some amazing people. So I want to make sure everything is tight and right. We got ribeyes, we got Black Angus. Black Angus is the best beef you can eat. It comes from Scotland. Angus, Scotland, and they like their Black Angus beef. Oh, I can make this smaller. Come down a little bit. Yeah, I feel like I was cheating there. There we go. And I feel like it could come down a little bit. Right there. So this green box is my prediction for where Bitcoin will be when we show up tonight at 8 p.m. It's a little game we like to play. We could do it on Saturday morning to Saturday night to Sunday morning, and then Sunday morning. We can do it 3 times on the weekend. It's kind of a fun game that I like to play. Can we get up there? Look, there's my signal right now, actually. The 5-minute is above the 200 moving average, touching the 21. That's a signal for a long right there. That could break out even more, and then we could start the flag somewhere up in here. 5-minute looks like a scalp is coming. The only thing is we may get the CME gap, which I'm not a fan of, but we'll see. Only time will tell, folks. I'm going to jump on out of here for the day. Have a blast, everyone. I'll be back tonight. I love each and every one of you. Shout out to all the new people joining the trading group. That's amazing to see. I see the number went up this morning. That always gets me hyped. I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. You can, you will, you are the best. Keep pushing. Keep believing in yourself. Don't get down on yourself. Stay positive. And we're going to build something so beautiful, and you're going to be part of something bigger than you've ever believed in 2026. I love you. I thank you so much, and I'll see each and every one of you tonight at 8 p.m. I will say tomorrow, right? Tonight at 8 p.m. Ooh, I hit the wrong button. Sorry. But as I leave today, I want to say thank you. Dear Lord, thank you for the use of my legs. Then I walked to the bathroom this morning. I started my day off wonderful. Dear Lord, thank you for the voice that I have to run this channel. Thank you for the drive to push every day. Thank you for a beautiful wife She really, really makes my life amazing. I have the best wife in the game. No one has a better wife. If your wife's either as good as mine or she's not, I'm sorry to say, I'm bragging, but. And God, thank you for everything, my children. And thank you for this beautiful relationship I may begin to build with Jason. I cherish all my relationships with everyone that I meet. And I believe this is going to be a special one. We have a lot in common. We've been through a lot. And I can only imagine, we could benefit from each other's relationship in a way too as well. Because when you go through so much to get, through the same kind of life, and our lives are very unique. Man, what percent of the United States does YouTube? It's a very small percent, right? So it seems like everyone's on YouTube, but how many people are really running YouTube successfully, living a lifestyle on YouTube? It's very rare. I'm so blessed and privileged to be here. I know I have an influence. I know I have a voice. I want to use it positively every single day to be amazing. Everyone, I love you. Thank you so much. I'll see you tonight.